What if I told you that on our own planet, there are places so extreme that survival becomes almost impossible? Places where heat can burn your skin, cold can freeze you in seconds, and pressure can crush everything. This is not another planet. This is Earth, full of powerful and extreme environments that test the limits of life. The ground beneath your feet is dry and cracked. The air feels hot, heavy, and difficult to breathe. This is Death Valley, one of the hottest places on Earth. Here, temperatures have reached around 56 degrees Celsius. That is hot enough to make survival very difficult for humans. The sun shines directly on the land with no relief. There are no big trees, no shade, and very little water. When you stand here, it feels like the heat is coming not just from above, but also from the ground. The human body cannot handle this heat for long. Sweat dries quickly, and the body loses water faster than it can replace it. This leads to dehydration, dizziness, and even heat stroke. But even in such extreme heat, life still exists. Some animals stay underground during the day and come out only at night when it is cooler. Certain plants wait for rare rain and grow very quickly before the water disappears again. Death Valley may look empty, but it is actually full of life that has learned how to survive in one of the toughest environments on Earth. Now, imagine going from extreme heat to extreme cold, a place where the air feels sharp and freezing. This is Antarctica, the coldest place on Earth. Here, temperatures can drop below -80 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, exposed skin can freeze in just a few seconds. Breathing becomes difficult and even simple tasks feel hard. Antarctica is not just cold, it is also very windy. Strong winds move across the ice, making the temperature feel even colder than it actually is. This effect is called wind chill. The continent is also very isolated. For many months, the sun does not rise at all, leaving the land in complete darkness. It is a silent and frozen world. Still, life survives here too. Penguins stand close together to share warmth and protect themselves from the wind. Seals rest on the ice and dive into freezing water to find food. Under the thick ice, there are entire ecosystems living in the ocean. Antarctica shows us that even in the coldest place on Earth, life finds a way to survive. Now, let's look at a different kind of extreme. Not heat or cold, but water. In India, there is a place called Mawsyn Ram, known as the wettest place on Earth. Here, it rains almost all the time. The clouds are always present, and heavy rain falls again and again throughout the year. The sound of rain is constant. It falls on rooftops, roads, trees, and rivers. Everything stays wet and green. The land is full of plants and life because of all this water, but too much rain also creates problems. Roads become slippery, rivers can overflow, and daily life becomes difficult. People in Mawsyn Ram have adapted to this environment. Their houses are built in ways that protect them from heavy rain. They plan their daily work according to the weather. For them, rain is not unusual. It is a part of everyday life. This place shows how water can shape both nature and human life. Now let's move higher, above the clouds, to Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth. Standing at more than 8,800 meters above sea level, Everest looks calm and beautiful from a distance, but climbing it is extremely dangerous. As you go higher, the air becomes thinner. This means there is less oxygen available to breathe. The body struggles to function properly. Every step feels heavy, and even thinking becomes difficult. At the top of Everest is an area called the death zone. Here, the oxygen level is so low that the human body slowly begins to shut down. The cold is extreme, and strong winds can appear suddenly. Many climbers have lost their lives here because they could not return safely. Still, people continue to climb Everest. It is not just about reaching the top, but about facing one of the greatest challenges on Earth. Now, instead of going up, let's go down, deep into the ocean. The Mariana Trench is the deepest place on Earth, almost 11 kilometers below the surface of the ocean. At this depth, sunlight cannot reach at all. It is completely dark. The pressure here is extremely high, so high that it can crush a human instantly. It is difficult for even machines to survive here. Yet, life still exists in this deep and dark place. Strange creatures live here, many of which look very different from anything we see on land. Some of them produce their own light, which helps them survive in complete darkness. This is called bioluminescence. Others are built in a way that allows them to survive under intense pressure. The Mariana Trench is still not fully explored, and scientists continue to discover new species here. It reminds us that there is still so much we do not know about our own planet. There are also places where wind becomes the biggest challenge. In Antarctica, powerful winds called katabatic winds can reach speeds of more than 200 kilometers per hour. These winds move cold air from higher areas down toward the coast. They are strong enough to push snow across the land and make it very hard to stand or walk. In other places, like Mount Washington, wind speeds have reached over 370 kilometers per hour. Such strong winds can knock a person down instantly. When these winds combine with cold temperatures, the body loses heat very quickly, increasing the risk of frostbite. Wind may seem simple, but in these places, it becomes a powerful and dangerous force. In some parts of the world, the danger comes from beneath the ground. Volcanic regions are places where heat from inside the earth reaches the surface. In Yellowstone National Park, for example, hot water and steam come out of the ground as geysers. These geysers can shoot water high into the air. The ground in these areas can be thin, with boiling water just below it. This makes it dangerous to walk in certain places. In more active volcanic regions, lava can flow at temperatures above 1,000 degrees Celsius. Ash from eruptions can travel long distances and affect air and life far away. These places remind us that the Earth is always active and changing. When we look at all these extreme places together, we start to understand something important. Life does not just survive randomly. It adapts carefully to its environment. In hot deserts, animals avoid the sun by staying active at night. In cold regions, animals have thick fur or fat to stay warm. At high altitudes, the human body produces more red blood cells to carry oxygen. In deep oceans, life survives without sunlight by using chemical energy. These changes happen over a very long time. They are the result of evolution, where only the strongest and most adaptable survive. By studying these extreme environments, scientists learn more about how life works. It also helps them understand how life might exist on other planets where conditions are very different from Earth. Earth is full of extremes, places that test the limits of life in ways we can barely imagine. From intense heat to freezing cold, from high mountains to deep oceans, these environments show us how powerful and unpredictable our planet truly is, and how life always finds a way to survive. And that was the story of Earth's most extreme places. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Nature's Diary for more amazing stories of our world. See you next time.